killed Liz. I killed the teen dream. Deal with it. I killed Liz. I killed the teen dream. Deal with it.
Okay, so I am tackling some of her quote unquote workout videos because the two that I watched, I feel like they're commercials more, especially this one. I think this is actually going to be the second one you guys will see because I think I'll upload the other one first, but this one is the shorter video, so I can go ahead and get this one done and out of the way, especially because I think I'm going to cut a good bit of it out. The original video of this is only like 11 to 12 minutes, but so much of this is her selling you Copilot. Also, Copilot is train well now, if I'm not making things up. Right? They changed their name. I wonder why they changed their name. Because also, since they've changed their name, we don't see them having anything to do with her. Or I think they were also working with Anna O'Brien. We don't see any of that happening. So I'm just curious why they changed their name. I have no idea. I mean, it could just be a rebranding situation, whatever. But I am curious. So let's get into this 12-minute commercial.
Hello, you guys. Today we are doing a health update, 6 months working out consistently.
Consistently. So I just wanted to also let you guys know that this is from May 2nd, 2023. So we are coming up on 2 years since this video was uploaded.
I've been getting a lot of questions on how my health is doing, how's working out going, etc. So I thought I would just dedicate a video to that whole situation.
Isn't it funny how she still gets these questions? She actually even gets questions if her gastric bypass is still working for her, if she felt like it was worth it. But she doesn't feel the need to do a dedicated video on that. But interesting, she wants to do a dedicated video because Copilot's sponsoring her. So is it really because you're getting questions, or is it because you need to make the money? And my thing is, if that's the case, then don't frame it like you're doing your subscribers a favor. Frame it as, this is my job. Today's sponsor is Copilot. I'm going to take you guys to see what I've been doing lately. Why do you have to always make it out like you're doing it for your subscribers? That is so disingenuous and slimy to me.
And a huge shout out to my favorite ever, Copilot, for sponsoring this video. I have been working out using Copilot now for 6 months.
Okay, so the whole purpose of this video is her talking about a 6-month update, working out consistently for 6 months. But she's only been working out for 6 months because of the Copilot sponsorship. So again, it's not genuine. Oh my gosh. I wonder how much money she made with this Copilot sponsorship. And also, it's so interesting because this is 2023, right? So this is 1 to 2 years after she has her gastric bypass, and she looks thinner here than she does today, but it looks like she's already put weight on from when she lost weight with her gastric bypass.
And I can honestly say that is the most consistent I have been with working out in years.
I think a lot of people would be extremely consistent if they were getting paid to work out. I mean, that seems like a no-brainer to me.
Years. So I go to the gym 3 times a week. I thought I would take you guys along today and show you one of my Copilot workouts. I show them here and there throughout the vlogs if you've been watching me.
So I think this is shortly before I started watching her again, or maybe even a while before, because I don't think I started watching her until closer to Vlogmas of this year, of the 2023, because I don't remember anything about her Copilot sponsorship until she started talking about it, I think in 2024, when she did that New Year, when she did the New Year's resolution vlog. No, it was also a commercial. It was along the same line as this, actually, and showed us that she wasn't consistent. Also, I thought that when you start working out, you're supposed to do it every day. I forget where I learned that from, but I swear I was taught that when you're starting a new routine, you should do it every single day, 7 days a week for at least the first 30 days. And then once you make it to the 30 days, then you can scale back to 5 days a week, or, you know, whatever you feel comfortable with, 3 to 5 days a week, whatever. So why is it always, she's always done this 3 days a week thing. And even I saw some snippets in the other video that I'm going to be uploading and reacting to. And I think even in that video, she's talking about only doing it 3 days a week. You have a lot of weight to lose, because even with the gastric bypass, she only lost 100 pounds. She still needs to lose, what, 150 more pounds, I think? I'm not sure. I know personally, for someone who is 5'9", your target weight, I think, is between 165 and 185, with 185 being on the higher end, like if not at the BMI line, then a little bit over it. So I can imagine someone who's 2 inches shorter would probably need to be less than 150 pounds. So if you lost, she said she was 380 or 389, something like that, and then she lost 100 pounds. So that would put her at, let's be generous and say 280. So she still would need to lose like 130 to 150 pounds. So you shouldn't be doing 3 days a week. You should probably be exercising, working out every single day, if not at the minimum 5 days a week.
I love my workout routine. I'm a Capricorn. I am super into like routines. I thrive in a routine, and having Copilot has just like really helped me get into that groove and maintain that momentum. So essentially how Copilot works is you get paired with a personal trainer based on your needs. I've done a video on them before, but I freaking love my coach Leslie. We just be chatting. We be chatting.
I've slowed this down so you can easily pause and read what is being said. There's also a weird jump cut. So obviously they're not talking like, it's not like they're BFFs or anything. I see, because I myself stopped it to read some of her messages. There's a lot of excuses. I had to take my mom to the ER. We're on vacation. We hosted Easter. Stuff like that. And clearly she wasn't consistent, because there's a point in the messages where she says something about how she felt like she was out of it after not working out for so long. So I wouldn't consider this a truthful video.
Like, I always look forward to getting her messages and getting her like boosts of excitement, and it kind of keeps me accountable in a way, because it's like she'll check in on me and ask how my workouts are, how was my weekend, and like having that like point of connection. I think that's been a major factor in keeping me accountable and consistent.
I'm just curious why your husband can't do this for you, since he loves you endlessly. Why can't he ask you about your workouts and give you that boost?
Going to the gym, and like anytime I have an issue with one of the moves or anything like that, she's there to help. So let's go in and check out today's workout. So today we are doing upper body, and it gives me a preview of everything I'll need and the moves we're gonna do. And then we always do a lot of stretches at the end, which is great because I'm really bad at doing stretches. I didn't know much stretching, but it helps tremendously.
Yeah, I'm going to cut a lot of this out because she's literally just advertising for Copilot.
I think one of the biggest things too is when you're starting a fitness journey, it's like so daunting because you just don't always know where to start.
Why is it daunting? Why is it daunting? But also, why is it daunting specifically for her? Because she's been on a fitness journey for what? 20 years at this point? I don't know, because didn't she say that she's been going to the gym since she was 10 years old? She's like, what, 30 here in this video? So yeah, like 20 years she's been on a fitness journey. Why is it daunting for her? Or why does she not know where to start? And in general, why is it daunting? Like, you can just start with going on a 30-minute walk every day. That's not daunting. It's just you have to be willing to stop being lazy and get up and start. You have to start somewhere. Like with anything in life, you have to start.
I've been in and out of the gym my whole life, but like this was the first time I felt very like connected and more wanting to make it a lifestyle change.
Good to know that when you had gastric bypass, you didn't want to make it a lifestyle change. That's really good to know.
Like this was the best way to start my fitness goals and then stick to them.
Oh boy, and stick to them, huh? Where are these goals now? Where are they? Because you literally, was it this year or last year? I don't know. Within the last 6 months, you've told us to F off talking about your weight and that you're happy the way you are. Where are these goals? Where are they? Because you're certainly not sticking to them now.
And you don't have to have like a gym membership either. Your trainer can give you workouts to do at home. Like there's just so many different ways. When I travel, my coach has set me up with hotel friendly like workouts to do in your hotel room.
But she didn't work out while she was on vacation. And I believe that is shown in that video I was talking about earlier where she shows her like the days that she works out in her New Year's resolution thing. But even in this own text exchange that she just showed in this video, she says that she wasn't working out.
Like they will accommodate to you. And if you don't end up connecting with your coach, you can get a different one. But like you will go through a little like quiz in the beginning based on like, how do you like to be talked to? What kind of verbiage do you want to hear? Like, are you more of a, hey, you do this and do it now? Or do you like friendly and soft? Because that's me. I like compassion.
No, Alex, you don't like compassion. You just don't want anybody to tell you that you need to lose weight. Even though you should look in the mirror and know that you need to lose weight. You don't want anyone to make you feel bad because you've had gastric bypass, and rather than get down to the weight that you're supposed to be, you lost 100 pounds and said, fuck it, and started gaining weight again. That's what you want. You don't want anybody to call you out or hold you accountable. This whole spiel about your trainer holding you accountable is bullshit. That's why you want to be talked to softly with compassion. You don't want compassion. You want someone to accept your excuses and not question you about it.
And Leslie just totally like delivers that for me. We'll talk more about like the updates I've seen with my body, changes I've seen, victories off the scale, and just major changes in my overall like quality of health when I get back from the gym. But let's go ahead and go do today's workout, and I will take you guys along for a typical Copilot workout. Let's go.
Again, I am probably going to cut some of this out if I don't end up talking through it. So out of this 11 to 12 minute video, a little over a minute of it is her actually working. And actually, it's not even a minute of her actually working out because she's showing us the shit that she's doing on her phone, like the moves and stuff. So she's not even showing us her working out for a full minute in this entire video. Please explain to me how this is not a commercial. How is this a life update on your health or whatever when you look like you're heavier than you were in your year after gastric bypass, and you're not even really talking about any updates. You're just talking about the app.
Okay, you guys, I'm back home from the gym. I'm gonna crack open my protein shake. I always try to have it like right when I get home. So I filmed as much as the workout as I could, but it's always so awkward filming in the gym. People who can just like film in the gym, respect you. You're amazing.
And you should be one of these people, Alex. You've been recording and vlogging for how long now?
But I thought it was really great at the end of my workout. I love how it showed me my new personal bests. And that's a huge like non-scale victory for me, is seeing how much progress I've made the last 6 months. And
you know what else is a great way to see how much progress you've made and the changes and the outcome of the effort you've put in? Getting on the scale and weighing yourself.
In terms of my strength, I have upped my weights in like every move, and every few weeks, you know, my trainer changes the moves or we up the weights. And I look back and I was like, today doing the cable row with 70 pounds, I'm like, I used to do 40. Like, it's just, you see your body just get stronger and like you feel it in everyday activities. And
but do you see it on the scale? I don't know why we're acting like what's on the scale doesn't matter. It does matter to an extent. I mean, if you're at a healthy weight, as long as your weight is still at a healthy weight, no, that doesn't matter as much as, you know, building muscle and, you know, toning and strength and stuff. But when you are 1 to 2 or more 100 pounds overweight, your focus, yeah, sure, build strength, but your focus should be to lose weight. I mean, you can celebrate the non-scale victories, but those should be secondary to losing weight.
That has been the most rewarding thing. You know, I had, if you didn't know and you're new here, I had gastric bypass.
She has to tell you because looking at her, you wouldn't know.
I lost a little over 100 pounds and I have been stagnant for the last several months. And I think this has been a really positive change for me, you know, using Copilot, because my trainer Leslie has really helped me focus on non-scale victories.
It's bizarre to me, though, that you're deciding to focus on non-scale victories when the stagnation you are talking about is because of the scale. Your stagnation is you not losing weight. And 102 pounds isn't a little over. I mean, I guess it is a little over 100 pounds. But, you know, you should have lost much, much more than that. And so I don't know, maybe your doctor was telling you that you should be losing more weight, and so you're trying to find a way around that. I really don't know why we're focusing on the non-scale victory when you have so much weight left to lose.
And focusing more on how I feel, how I move, just like the victories of real health.
As opposed to fake health? What are you trying to say? Are you trying to say that what you weigh isn't real health? Because it definitely is. And if it wasn't, why have you had 4 weight loss related surgeries?
Like I said, seeing the amount of weight I can use in strength has translated so much into real life. Going upstairs is easier, walking up hills is easier, lifting heavy things is easier.
Didn't she say all of these things right after she had gastric bypass? Also, flash forward 2 years, you can't even carry your son who doesn't even weigh 20 pounds. So this is some bullshit.
The other day, and too, I wear my Apple Watch like most days. And the other day too, I had like a notification pop up that like your heart rate is so much better. And like my recovery of my heart is quicker from doing cardio because I'm working my lungs so much more. And I am a strong advocate that like health comes in way more than just one size.
Now with that, you are absolutely right, Alex. Health does come in more than one size, and 2 people of different builds and different heights will absolutely be healthy at different weights. However, if your BMI is over, 24, if your waist is more than, I think it's half of your height, you are overweight. You are in danger. That has nothing to do with some kind of societal or outside pressure. That has everything to do with studies that have shown that people who are overweight have more risk factors for a multitude of health problems. It's not somebody picking on you. It's not somebody being mean to you. It's not somebody insulting you. This is statistical information, research, whatever you want to call it, that has been done over multiple decades. And that is what we see. We are currently in a obese epidemic. We are in a diabetes epidemic. It is a serious issue, the health of even just our country, but this is happening worldwide. And people like you who clearly still need to lose 150 pounds, getting on here saying that what you weigh doesn't matter. It absolutely does. You are doing a disservice to everyone else who is looking after their health.
I've noticed my resting heart rate has gone down so much. Yeah, like my resting heart rate has been around 60, which is awesome because it used to be in the 70s. Every time I go to the gym, I do 30 minutes of cardio and then usually like 30 to 40 minutes of strength and stretching. And it's just been a really great routine for me. That is something that I enjoy. I told my coach straight up from the beginning, like, I like going to the gym, I work from home, I like getting out. I have the option to work out from home if we're not using machines because we have some stuff here. But I like getting out and going to the gym. If you're someone and you're like, I want to work out at home, I don't want to see people, like they can accommodate that for you. It's very tailored to the person. And I'm very passionate about this app.
Oh yeah, she's so passionate. She's so passionate about it that we have never heard about this app unless she was being sponsored to talk about it. That we haven't heard about this app in, I want to say, at least a year now, because I think the last time she talked about it, what, like, in an official manner, or like gave it more than a second, like, like a throwaway comment, I want to say was that video from last year. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But that's the last time I remember her talking about it with any lengthy capacity, is at the beginning of last year when she did that video. So she's so passionate about this app, about this company, about this fitness, that she just completely fell off of it all entirely. Oh wait, did she talk about it like around when? Because I know she stopped exercising towards the beginning of her pregnancy. Was she still talking about it then? So then, okay, maybe it's what? No, that would be over a year, because 9 months and 7 months makes more than a year. Oh my gosh. But yeah, it's been so long, I can't remember any other time that you talked about it in the entirety of 2024, with the exception of one video.
Like, I did not know they were going to sponsor me again, and I've just still been using it since they sponsored me months ago. Like, I have no intention of stopping this.
Wow, this video just did not age well in any sense of the content.
It's just really been a game changer for me in terms of how I like view fitness and consistency with my workouts. It's kind of helped me take life day by day too, in terms of fitness, and not getting so overwhelmed, and just take it a day at a time. And like, I find it really interesting. Over 75% of Copilot clients continue to work out after 100 days.
Yeah, but how often are they working out? How consistent are they being? Because working out one day a week, technically you're still working out after 100 days, but you're not doing anything. So what does it even matter?
Which means that those Copilot clients are 9 times more successful at sticking to their goals. Like, I have been one of those people, I know, like, where it's just you get in the groove of working out and then it just falls off. I can really attest that this like is an amazing program where you can just have the power of a personal trainer right here, a real person, not just like following a video, because sometimes you just really need that human connection. If you guys want to try because as a plus size person, I just feel like it's really important that we talk about health and we don't feel like afraid of it because we're afraid people are going to judge us. I know so many plus size people that are like really into fitness and working out, and they're plus size.
I cut out some of it because she's just babbling. Yes, people will judge you, but you shouldn't care what other people are saying, because you know that you're trying your best and you're doing what you can. Okay, other people are not living your life, so why are you even paying them any mind? Number one. Number two, yes, you can be into fitness and be plus sized, but at some point, if you're doing the things that you're supposed to be doing, looking after yourself, doing the exercise, doing the work, making the dietary changes and eating well, you shouldn't be plus sized anymore. And it's just that simple. And I'm not talking about somebody who doesn't fit into, traditional, very thin and petite standards, because I mean, honestly, every area has their own demographic of what they believe is beautiful. Okay. And what they deem as attractive. We're not talking about that. We're talking about somebody who has a good BMI or good waist to height ratio. That's what you should be looking for. Do you feel good? Do you feel strong? Is your doctor concerned about your weight? Is your blood pressure high? And I mean, not for nothing, you can have diabetes and high blood pressure and be, fit and be thin. Those two things are not synonymous. But if you are really into fitness, at some point you should no longer be plus size, because that's kind of the whole point of being into fitness. I mean, not necessarily being into it, but just getting into it and having a fitness routine, working out, eating well. That's the whole point, is to be fit. And being fit does not include being plus size, because being plus size is being overweight. In order to be plus size, you have to be plus normal, which means you have to be overweight. Okay. And people who are apple shaped, who are pear shaped, who are diamond shaped, whatever, any shape can be overweight. Just because you don't show it in the same way doesn't mean you're not overweight. If you are dealing with a BMI that's over what you're supposed to, or like I said, your waist to height ratio is not correct, you're overweight. You may not look it, but you can still be overweight. And that's what you need to be focused on. Not, who cares if somebody else is going to judge you? People are going to judge you no matter what. Because you could be the prettiest, most perfectly weight person, and somebody will still not like your hair, or not like your shoes, or, oh, you have a pimple on your face. I don't like that. You're ugly. Who cares? We're no longer in, high school dealing with this. Although her mentality seems to think that she's still in high school, but whatever, I digress. I'm just saying, nobody, what am I even saying at this point? Other than stuff that we haven't already said to her a million times. Yes, plus size people can be into fitness, but at the end of the day, at some point you shouldn't be plus sized anymore, or else you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Fitness does not it's just not one size fits all. And I hope that I can inspire you to, get in the gym to feel good for your mental health, to make yourself feel strong.
How can you ever hope to be inspiring when you don't stick to anything? You don't ever achieve the goal that you even set for yourself. Was the only goal of gastric bypass losing enough weight to have a kid, and then it didn't matter anymore? You guys say you want more kids, but you're not willing to put in that effort. You're not willing to do the work to be healthy for your child. I don't understand the mentality behind that. Why even get the surgery then? Whatever.
It's definitely just been a major game changer in my overall lifestyle.
Girl, you had a whole ass surgery. That should have been the ultimate game changer for your entire lifestyle, was a surgery so that you could lose weight. A surgery that is meant to be a tool for people who cannot lose the weight. That should have been your lifestyle adjustment, because that's what that is intended to be, so that you don't go back to being 400 pounds. This is unbelievable. You want to talk to me about a stupid little app that you're saying has been an ultimate game changer? No. The surgery you had should have been the game changer. Point blank, period.
And just give it a try and see if you like it. See if it works for you. You guys can actually click my link. It'll be in the description box to get 14 days for free with your own expert fitness and health coach. Some other non-scale victories for me was, I feel like overall, I always felt very stressed out if I was doing any sort of physical type of activity with a group, because I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to keep up. And first of all, if anyone ever judges you in a group for not being able to keep up, those are not your friends.
And what would you know about having friends? I am all ears.
But now I just feel more I feel like I can do anything.
Anything except lose weight. Anything except carry your son.
And I really do think the non-scale victories are so much bigger. Focusing on the number on the scale doesn't have to be the priority,
Oh, you're absolutely right, Alex. It does not have to be the priority. Not one bit. It should be, but it doesn't have to be. If you want to look like Miss Rodriguez here, 2 years out after having gastric bypass, by all means, don't focus on the number on the scale. Focus on the off-scale victories. Focus on whatever you want. Hell, why even go to the gym? Why even work out? Why even eat healthy? Why bother? Don't focus on your weight. Don't worry about it. That's not important. That's not a priority. It clearly isn't for her.
It can be, oh my gosh, taking walks is just more enjoyable. I can breathe better. Or picking up my dog or picking up your kids. It's just I can hold them more easily. I noticed that I'm just a lot more bouncy and light. Like I feel like I can move better, and like my overall quality of life just feels good. I know this is so rambly, but I just really, really, really love this app.
Just really, really want them to keep sponsoring me and paying my bills. And I just really want you all to click my link so that I can make more and more money off of something that I absolutely don't believe in and won't even use in the future.
And I will continue to share my journey using it. I just know if you struggle with getting in the groove, getting into a fitness routine, feeling intimidated, not knowing what to do or even where to start, this is like the place to do it. So try it for 14 days, try it for free, see if you like it. And I've done personal training in person before, and this is a lot more affordable. So highly recommend. Thank you again, Copilot, for sponsoring this video. And let me know if you guys have any questions. I will answer them in the comments. And I love you so much. I'll see you guys in a few days. Bye.
Oh, she's so full of shit. Not these days. She won't. She doesn't want to answer any questions about her weight anymore. She told everyone to go fuck off and stop asking her about her weight. Stop asking her about her fitness. All of that. We're not talking about it anymore. Oh my God. I'm sorry, guys. She really pissed me off with this one. I think because I've personally been a victim of this whole fat positivity movement, you know, and I bought into the bullshit for a while, and I just feel bad for other young women who are growing up and seeing this and buying into it because it's absolutely not healthy. No, health does not come in, it's not a one size fits all package. She's right about that. However, BMI, weight to height ratio is pretty standard. These are, you know, markers that have nothing to do with who you are, what gender you are as a person. You know, I mean, yes, you have differences between genders and stuff like that, but, and obviously differences between, you know, height and stuff like that, but they're not being mean to you just because you're fat. It's just, this is what the statistics have shown. This is what the data has shown. You know, this is where you should be. And just buying into the whole, oh, you can be fat and still be healthy. For a time, maybe you can. But that shit catches up with you. You know, when you start to hit the 40, 45, 50 mark, you're going to regret it. And she's not there yet. So she's still preaching this, oh, you can be healthy at any size nonsense. But remember, she said all that. And she still had gastric bypass. She still had a tummy tuck. She still had chin lipo. She still had gastric band. So remember all of those things when she tells you that you can be happy at any size, because she knows firsthand that you can't.